This is the Arris X140, the newest micro quad from ArrisHobby. Starting with the unboxing, we have a very nice box, which is typical for ArrisHobby quadcopters. Inside, we have some documentation and a manual for the quadcopter in both English and Chinese. Underneath the foam, we have the quadcopter and a few accessories included. There's a small piece of Velcro to attach your batteries to the quadcopter frame, a micro USB cable in case you don't already have one, and a wire, presumably to wire your receiver to the flight controller. Finally, we have the model itself and one set of props. Included with my sample were the Dow Prop 3056C. However, these have since been changed to the Gemfan 3052s. The motors are Arris's own 1407 3700 kV motors that support 3 to 4S. And the FPV camera is a Runcam Micro Swift, well known for being one of the best CCD FPV cameras available. The version included with the Arris X140 has the 2.1mm lens, giving a 160-degree field of view. The flight stack is a Flycolor Raptor S tower with an F4 processor running the MPU 6000 gyro. Paired with that is a Flycolor 4-in-1 20A ESC running BL Heli S that supports D-Shot 600. Out of the box, the quad came with Betaflight 3.5 installed, running 8K 2K gyro PID with the dynamic filter turned on. The final part of the stack is the VTX, supporting 25, 100, and 200 milliwatt output, as well as PIP mode. It also supports Immersion RC Tramp and has a swappable UFL or IPEX antenna. The frame is one of Arris's own designs, and it provides a lot of protection for the flight stack while still leaving plenty of room inside for your receiver. Despite that, the FPV camera is still very tight against the stack, and you can see that I've moved its location here to allow for more camera angle. Continuing to look at the frame, you can see it has been designed to be very robust and to provide a lot of durability. The base plate of the frame is 3mm carbon, and the side plates are made of 2.5mm carbon, so the quad should hold up to crashes very well. Being Arris's own design, they've added a few design components to really add to the frame, like their name engraved in the top plate. The frame itself measures 140mm motor to motor and is configured in a true X format. And finally, a must for all micros, the Arris X140 has a beeper built into the frame. With this are two multicolor LEDs that are controlled by the flight controller. The LEDs indicate arm state and do change with different RC inputs. Moving on to the flight footage, I start off flying a little aggressively. This is one of my first flights and I'm seeing how the quad is performing, and I've done zero tuning on this, just changed the rates in the expo. You can see that there's not too much to criticize. I come in here for a tight orbit. You can see that it's easy to hold and set. Follow it with a quick roll, and there's hardly any issues here either. So far nothing suggests any problems with the tune. This quad flies great out of the box. Carry on here with a little bit of a cruise, as there was a bit of wind here and I wanted to see how the quad held itself. Despite a few little bumps, the quad holds itself very well for a 3-inch in wind, but it might do with a touch more eye term on pitch and roll. From this, I start seeing if I can instigate any prop wash. On the first hard split S, you can see a touch of prop wash. This is with the wind coming from behind. On the second one, facing into the wind, the quad is rock solid. I do another small one here, and same thing. There's zero prop wash visible. This is likely helped by the fact that it's running Betaflight 3.5, and there's very minimal tuning that could be done, but you would have no problems flying it as is. Following this, I do a bit of a speed pass here. Not full throttle, but the quad is still moving fairly quick. And we can see one limitation of the Runcam Swift used on this model. The low resolution CCDs make it hard to see tree branches, so here I get to do some involuntary crash testing. However, even landing in gravel, the quad held up well, with no marks or damage at all, just some scuffed props. finish this review with a bit of calm flight, just to show how the quad flies even in wind. Overall, I'm quite impressed with the Arris X140, and I think it would make a fantastic first quad, as micros are a bit less intimidating and batteries are much cheaper, so you can get more flight practice with it. Or for someone experienced looking for a pre-built micro, this would also be a fantastic choice, as it's got lots of power even on 3S, and lots of room to grow into with 4S. If you're considering it, there's a link down below to ArrisHobby's website. Thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing.